Hi, everyone. Reporting from New Jersey to give you an update, which you probably already know, but you did it. You did it. You funded the campaign for the 30-day vegan challenge in a week. We did it in, okay, just a week and a half day. It was pretty much a week, which is what I had always been hoping for, and you really made it happen. And I thank you so much. I could not be more thrilled. I could not be more proud. I could not be more honored. And I really thank you for your trust in me, for your belief in this book, for helping me get this book back out in the world. So, we have now funded the production of the physical book, the layout, the design, the photographers, the editor, etc. And I've said this before, there's a lot to be done for this book to compete in the marketplace. Books are a dime a dozen, literally. Books are a dime a thousand. In order for this book to compete in the marketplace, to get this in front of people who, are bombarded with books, thousands of books that are published every week, we have a lot to do. Now, I've already talked about why I chose to do this on my own with your help and not go to a traditional publisher. Been there, done that. And I feel really so fantastic about that. But one of the things that a publishing house has that we can have also is a really robust sales, marketing, and media, PR machine, and we can do this. So one of the things I talked about, I am looking at my notes here, I don't usually, but I needed to talk to you before I head out on a plane to go back home again. So one of the things I talked about in the initial video was that the first edition of the 30-day vegan challenge sold 20,000 copies in the first few months. Now, a lot of that is the content, the strong content, if I do say so myself. And that is the case with many books, is you have strong content to start with. That's really the hope. And then also the packaging, of course, the cover and the design, the layout, the photography, etc. However, what really makes a book gain legs, especially in the very beginning when a book first comes out, is really a strong marketing and publicity and sales campaign. So let me tell you what that looks like for our book, and this is why I need you to stay with me for the next 27 days. We've got 27 days to raise what I'm calling our stretch goal, because we can do a lot to get this book to compete in the marketplace. And here's what it takes, and this is really a good time for this book to come out, because even better time than the first book. This book is coming out around the holidays, around the first of the year, and that's what the media call New Year, New You, people who are preparing for their New Year's resolutions. And so what we can do by funding this stretch goal, this can really compete, it's really possible, is first of all, we need a focused PR plan to reach the media. And what happens then is that I get interviews on print, television, and radio. That's really substantial. And that way it's in front of a lot of people all at once. And it takes a lot of lead time for the PR folks to contact the magazines and the television, shows, etc. So we need the lead time. So as soon as we can fund the stretch goal, I can get the PR team, we can get our plan in place, because we're really running against the clock here. The second thing is marketing and sales. Whether we like it or not, times have changed, and the online marketplace for books is really where it's happening. But I'm a traditionalist, and I really believe that bookstores will prevail, and I really believe that books should be in bookstores, and I want my book to be in bookstores. And in order for that to happen, we need a sales rep to contact not only the bookstores, but really the distributors who sell to the bookstores. And that way, the book is literally in the systems for the bookstores to order the book when you call and say, hey, can I have a copy of the 30-day vegan challenge? I'd like to buy it from you. And they can look into their system. They carry the book, and they can go to the shelf, pull it off the shelf, and there's the physical book. So I really want the book in bookstores, and I think you do too. Otherwise, it's just going to be online, and we're really not hitting the masses. So the other thing related to that is a book tour. Now, I hear from a lot of you, and I'm really honored that a lot of you want me to come and speak to you in your town, and I would love to do that. Sure, let's do another Indiegogo to fund that. But what we can fund as part of the stretch goal is a book tour, and that means getting me, around the country. Sure, potentially around the world, that could be our second stretch goal, but at least around the country, going to bookstores and doing a book tour and doing book signings. Bookstores love this because they love when authors come into their stores, they bring customers, they sell books. So a book tour would be, I think, essential to making this book a success, and we can start that right away, and we can start that plan. but we have to reach the stretch goal. And then finally, as part of this initial stretch goal, for me, I really believe that this book lends itself to an audiobook. I think the content really lends itself to an audiobook. I'm not going to be reading the recipes in the audiobook. That would be just weird. But there's so much content in this book that's not recipes, and it really lends itself to that. And I heard from a lot of people after the first 30-day came out that they really wanted the book in audio form. So let's allow this book to live in all these different mediums to enable it to reach as many people in as many mediums as possible. So now that we can produce the book, I know that we all want to make it a success. I don't want to just have this book and all this work that we've put into it just be some novelty that a few thousand people buy and that that you keep, as a collector's item. This is meant to reach the masses so we can change lives, because the content really does that, and it's proven itself to do that. So, the truth is, a lot of people ask why the vegan message doesn't make itself, kind of heard through the cacophony of the pro-meat, pro-dairy, pro-egg, pro-animal exploitation industries. And the answer is money. I mean, it really is money. And in order to really again, make this book a player, and I know the content changes lives. I know it's significant, and I know its message is life-saving. We need to fund it, and that's really what we need to do. So the stretch goal is significant because this is what we need to make this thing real. The production costs were kept relatively low. One of the things that we saved some money on that the publishers usually pay for up front is the author's advance. The author of this book is not getting paid for any of this. So we were able to keep some of the costs really low and just pay all of the people to produce the book. So like I said, the editors, the layout designers, these amazing photographers, and I cannot wait to show you some of the photography. I can't wait to start giving you like little bits of what this book is going to look like, so that you really see what you've funded, and you're going to be so excited. So here's the thing. We have 27 days, I believe. And that's a lot of time if you consider how quickly we raised the initial 31,000. We have 27 days. I think it's 27 days to raise the stretch goal. So keep pre-ordering. Every time you support the campaign at the minimum of the $35 level, you're buying yourself a copy of the book in advance. And it says hardcover because this book is coming out in hardcover. I just started a referral contest, so perhaps this will help you and incentivize you to tell friends and family about it. And there's going to be fabulous prizes at the end. So tell friends and family, encourage them to support the campaign, and those who refer the most backers to the campaign will win fabulous prizes. I have to go make waffles. That's why I'm moving along here. And there's first, second, and third prizes. So just keep pushing. And think of yourself as buying Christmas presents now, holiday presents now. Like upfront, you're paying for your holiday gifts now that you don't have to pay for in December. So that's one of the ways to think about this. Have some kind of fundraiser with your organization or a bake sale or something. So pool the money together and raise money to make this book huge. I mean, this is the message that we all care about. Buy in bulk. I said there are discounts available over at the campaign page. So buy in bulk so you can give them away when the book comes out, and participate in some of the really awesome perks. I've stopped teaching cooking classes, but I just added a really affordable perk that enables you to join me for a virtual live, literally it will air live online, cooking class in my kitchen. So that's one. Dedicate a recipe to a loved one. You can join me at a garden party I'm throwing in California at my home. So I really need you. I need you. A lot of these campaigns have a huge team of people working on their product or their service that they're offering. And this has really been me doing all of this with you. So I need you to be part of my team, to be my team, to get this message out there, to fund this book. If we can reach this stretch goal, we can do a Spanish language translation. We can get this book free copies into doctors' offices and into hospitals and into youth centers and schools. So we have a lot to do. I'm just trying to do this in bits so we can very seriously and manageably and realistically reach each goal. So thank you so much on behalf of the animals. This is Colleen Patrick-Goudreau. Thank you.